And we are live. What is going on, Haunt Nation?
T?
And this is our review of the Dent Schoolhouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, if you've watched before, you'll know that the Dent Schoolhouse is always one of the highest rated that we do year after year. It's
Favorite
one
I've been to ever, hands down, hands down.
Probably my favorite as well. I've been to a couple more big, famous ones than you have, but yeah, neither one of us has been to Halloween Horror Nights, so don't even bother.
Right.
You know, not yet anyway.
Right.
So, that said, Dent Schoolhouse, Cincinnati, Ohio. The price is very reasonable, $25 a ticket.
Yep. Service fee isn't that bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
No, you're going to get away in the 20s.
Yep. So, very
Free
reasonable.
parking down the street.
Yep, at the Children's Hospital, although that changes. A few years ago, it was in the parking lot for the mall.
Grocery store.
Across, you know.
Right.
And now it's in the Children's Hospital for the last couple of years, so.
Either way.
There's also
Always
paid,
nice.
There's also paid parking.
That's a little closer, but
Yeah,
hey,
but
come on, get your steps in.
That's up
You'll
to
be
you.
all right.
Yeah, that's up to you.
Right.
You want to pay, you don't have to.
Right.
We went on, weekend evening, 9 o'clock, right? So, again, we are getting close to Halloween, so I expect these places to be busy.
And as we were pulling up, I even said, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, you saw the queue.
Yeah, I saw the queue. I said, "Holy shit, they're
So
packed."
we're not people to bitch about the size of a queue.
Right.
It is what it is. It's the same thing. If you
We
go
don't
to
mind waiting, especially when we know the haunt is as good.
You go to a
as
theme
Dent
park in
Schoolhouse.
June or July to get on the the top roller coaster. You're going to be standing there waiting.
Right.
So same kind of deal. We knew we were going to be waiting. Not a big deal. Plenty of line creepers.
Yeah.
So what, three? Three with the ghoul,
At least, yeah.
the ghoul, the guy with the chains on him,
Right, and Charlie.
and Charlie. So yeah, there'll be their pictures on the Instagram page of all three of those. So line creepers very active. Some small concessions there. Also, if you want, fast passes available for an extra charge. Still not going to break the bank even with the fast pass, although I don't think it's necessary. Beautiful. Like the queue is the queue. They've got some audio. They got a video screen that you can see at certain points when you're standing there. To keep you kind of interested. Lots of rules about the haunt, which every haunt pretty much has the same rules. No weapons allowed. Why would you bring them anyway? We've done this before. And then the lead up to the haunt proper is redone from last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the same for a couple of years. Completely redone from last year. A lot more. A lot more places in and out. Again, there are some pictures of that as well on the Instagram page and the Facebook page. So unless you're watching this on YouTube, Now, Dent, let's get this out of the way right away. Costuming.
10 out of 10. Beautiful.
Masks, prosthetics,
Beautiful.
paint jobs.
Beautiful.
Right?
Contacts. Like, attention to detail is second to none.
Contacts, teeth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, movie shoot ready. A lot of the characters. Not everybody. Not, you're not going to get everybody like that. But not everybody, but a lot of the characters movie shoot ready. A few masks, but they're kept in the darker places where you can't really tell that they're wearing masks. Nobody was COVID mumbling, thankfully.
Right.
So masks, costuming, set pieces. Again, absolutely gorgeous. Set pieces. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, their attention to detail in those set pieces are second to none.
And there's a nice flow.
Yeah.
There's nothing that really seems jarring. There's the most jarring thing is going into the clown area. And even that's not that jarring. It's just kind of maybe surreal.
Right.
So even that wasn't terrible.
But it's like all of a sudden you're not in prehistoric times with two rock trying to get
So
hunt the T-Rex.
you're out of you're in a dirty, dank basement, and then now you're in a weird, big toppy kind of area.
Right, but still has that basement feel.
Right, still has that basement feel, still has a flow.
Right.
Also, it was really nice because I did look up and they did have it, made so that it looked like you were kind of under the big top. Really, again, attention to detail is fantastic. The actors were into it; they were great, doing their jobs. Nobody slacking off, nobody texting on the phone, nobody snoozing in the corner, sitting on the floor, trying to, nobody hiding out, actor-wise. So we got price, actors, parking,
Sets.
set pieces, makeup.
Yep.
Right? We've got everything going towards
Perfection.
again,
as perfect of a haunt as you could
right.
possibly.
Like you said,
have.
this is a 9+ rated haunt with us year after year. Last year, I'm pretty sure I 9.5'd it. I'm pretty sure you 9.5'd it. You know, an incredible fucking place to go.
Right.
Now, once we get out of that secondary queue, because there's a big queue, then they scan your tickets, then you're in the queue for the actual haunt. Pictures, again, up on the site. No, of course, we don't take pictures or video inside the haunt. We don't need to be told. I don't think anybody should.
No.
Unless it's the haunt trying to promote themselves.
Right.
Right?
Right. We don't have to remind anybody that it's a dick move.
Right. Complete dick move.
Yeah, to take your phone out while you're walking through.
You're taking money out of these private business people's pockets.
Right.
You know, you're ruining it for other people who are going to see the videos on YouTube.
Right.
You know, this is why we do the videos the way we do them.
Right.
With our cigars and our coffee. So now to the part. We get to the line, and they were actually queuing pretty well up until that secondary area, right? They were only
the time
letting
that mattered.
Right. Once we got to that door, the people before went in, the 3 people ahead of us went in, and the guy's like, "You can go," and I'm like, "We're not with them," and he's like, "No, you can go," and I'm like, So he starts getting annoyed. And I'm like, we're not at the front door yet, because you come out of this place, you walk behind the school bus to the front door of the school building.
Right.
I'm like, they're going to queue us. So at that point, we see Charlie.
Yep.
And Charlie's there, and we're talking to Charlie, and he's doing his Charlie thing. We're like, we're not with them, Charlie. We don't want to go in with them. We want some space. And Charlie's like, so Charlie actually did try to create space for us.
Choke point Charlie.
Choke point Charlie.
Yep.
He did try to create space for us, and it fucking didn't work.
No.
So the people at the door,
the proper,
and then the door proper, the 2 doors, were putting people through. As soon as we walked in, I could see the 10+ people in front of us. We were in a fucking conga line. They purposely were not. There was no attempt at spacing. There was no stop. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 5 seconds.
Right.
It was just
conga.
Like there was a fucking fire drill. I know it's a school, but there was no fucking fire drill. There was no reason to push us all through, but they pushed us all through.
I damn near thought I was going to hear Gloria Estefan start singing shit. Right.
So, fucking Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
6 foot, 7 foot. Anyway.
We got to make our own fun around here.
Yeah, we got to make our own fun, because needless to say, I was really not thrilled. He was not thrilled. The other people that were with us were not thrilled.
One person, and what killed it is that for an entire year, we have been talking Dent up to this person who was coming with us.
And normally, rightfully so. Rightfully so. And the mystique was fucking destroyed the moment we walked through the door, because we were smack dab behind other people. Now, here's where our fucking problem started. Because, again, person we're with is a big chicken. Not hard to scare. Did not get one scare through the whole fucking horn.
Right.
Not one scare.
Well, before we get into that, what really fucking twisted my balls was how I said to you, dude, why don't we wait for a few seconds? And then this fucktard at the door was forcing us through.
He's going, come on, go.
Yep. And then
he absolutely was.
And then these slap nuts behind us were already.
And then the people behind us were right behind us.
Right.
Not 6 feet of space between us.
Right. So I had to add that it wasn't even us, because usually at some haunts we're like, wait a minute, nobody's behind us. Let's just chill for a few seconds.
Somebody's walking slow. The Scooby-Doo walking.
Right.
We'll pull it back.
Right. Chill for a few seconds. Let them go.
Just a few. 5 seconds.
Right.
10 seconds. Not long. We don't want the people behind us catching up.
Right.
Either.
But the guy at the door
was forcing.
No, go.
Through.
Keep going.
Walk. Keep moving. Keep walking. And I'm trying to. And I told him I'm trying to walk, but there are people right in front of me.
Right.
Like, you're just pushing us through. At which point you would expect him to be like, oh shit, maybe I should.
Right.
Actually, fucking time. No. So, again, we didn't get there near close. If this was 11 o'clock and they closed at 12, 11:30 and they closed at 12, I get it.
Yeah, they just want to
I still wouldn't be happy about it, but I get it. They're trying to get the fuck home.
Right.
This was not near close. Hours before close. Hours.
Yeah.
Plural.
Right.
Not like 2 either.
Mm-hmm.
So, hours before close. To me, inexcusable. all the prosthetics, all the animatronics seem to be working because we caught them all resetting. You know, very few actually triggered when we were coming through. We were literally, this is not a fucking joke, this isn't an exaggeration. We were in a conga line. There was a classroom, which you would expect in a school, so guess what? No big fucking spoiler there for anybody that's going to piss him on about that. Where we started in the room, went up to the corner, went over to the other corner, and down. It was a solid line of fucking people. And we're watching the actor pop out, try to scare the people here, and everyone from here down to here is seeing it. So then he pops back, 4 more people go, and the people who just watched him, he pops back out. Not his fault.
Right.
Doing his job. Trying his fucking hardest to do his job the correct way. But apparently, you know, somebody at some point decided they weren't going to space anybody this year.
Right.
You know, they field of screamed the whole fucking thing.
Right.
Field of Screams to send you in a fucking cattle car at 20 through a walk.
Right.
And it's fucking ruined and it's miserable. That's one of our biggest gripes with that place. From the beginning of the season, from preseason, beginning of the season, through fucking Halloween, they do the same shit.
Right.
So that's our big gripe with that place. Notwithstanding, we're not talking about them now. Didn't go there this year. But to see that at Dent was disheartening. Right? And look, you have fucking same word.
Yep.
Fucking disheartening. It was upsetting. And frankly, ruined the fucking experience. And I would imagine if it ruined it for us, it's a bunch of other people it ruined for.
Right.
Every animatronic was working except for maybe one. I didn't see it move. Maybe one. I mean, it could have just been in a reset again, but we were in that area long enough that it should have reset.
Even the animatronics had space.
But again, so also they have a back area which was closed due to rain. It wasn't really raining.
It was misting.
It was misting, lightly drizzling. I wasn't even wearing my hood up, even when we were online. I mean, I guess they're worried that the ground outside, it's an outside open air thing. I guess they were worried that the ground was too wet. They didn't want anybody to slip and fall. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, missing that isn't a be-all, end-all.
Right.
You know, we're mostly there for the main haunt. And this year, absolutely a fucking disappointment.
Yeah.
Absolutely disappointment. So, our rating, for those of you that give a shit, and, you know, those of you that think that we're being hard on fucking Pure Terror, not a screen park.
Yeah.
You know, by hitting that with, I think I gave that like a 7 or a 7.5. I think I gave it a 7.5. I don't know.
Well, you were very generous with
Listen, it was the opening night of the season. I'm always a little more relaxed with my rating on the opening night, the opening weekend. You know, I still think their prices are astronomical, especially for what you're getting. Astronomical.
Right.
But, so, here we go. Our rating. You can go first, because I already know my number. I just don't know what yours is.
Just because...
Mind you, we had to wait to do this, because I know if we did this after the haunt, this is why we didn't do a 5-minute parking lot review.
We would have been rip-roaring pissed. Yeah.
Yeah, and we would have trashed it. We had to step back, take the time to go, all right, how is this part of it? How is that part of it? You know, that's how bad
the experience
was for us. And I would imagine everybody, because we were just in a line. Like, it was like the fucking computer game Snake. There was just a long-ass line of people just all together.
Right.
Like fucking Human Centipede. I might as well have fucking sewed my face to the guy in front of my ass.
Yeah.
Because it was a
that's
fucking Human Centipede.
Yep.
Anyway. So yeah, we had to take it and pull it back a little bit to say, all right,
let's be reasonable. Let's be reasonable.
Let's try to do, you know, what we normally do. Hey, and take the whole thing and not be emotionally reactive. Right. Because it was emotionally reactive.
Right. Especially.
Oh, also they have concessions at the end. They have T-shirts and hoodies. They only had one style of hoodie. They had T-shirts. They were sold out of most of the sizes. Again, we're really at the end of the season, so they're not going to be ordering more and more and more stock. They're going to try to run out of whatever they have.
Right. Understandable.
Then, you know, they do have an online store that you can order from if you see some stuff that you like and you want it, which is nice. Right. So back at it.
I kind of want to say one nitpicking thing.
Well, I'm fucking stopping you. Do I
I've
stalk you?
I've only been there twice. Granted, I've only been there twice. You've been there many more times.
Yes.
Right? I have never seen the school
Son of a
mom
bitch.
in the fucking schoolhouse. The
Yeah,
kind of like the main character, other than Charlie, one of the main.
one of the main ones. I
ones.
didn't see the Pumpkinhead guy
Didn't know.
yesterday either. But her I've never seen
Yeah.
either. I've been there. I remember the year she was introduced because I had a standee of her, and I was like, oh shit, I was excited because she kind of looks like the nun,
Yeah.
you know, but a school mom version of the nun, like really
Right.
creepy looking. I'm like, it's gonna be so cool. I've not seen her,
Yeah.
so I think she exists, you know, but I've never seen her
Right.
personally. But I get it. People need days off, nights off. You know, you don't usually
Just
have
kind of
multiple
coincidental
people.
that, you know, all 7 years, you know, combined.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she's only been around. You know, she's only been around the, you know, like the last four years or so.
All right.
She wasn't there when I first went to Dent. But now that you've nitpicked, let's get
Right.
your rating.
I wish I can remember what I ended off with.
Brickhouse with Doro, by the way.
Right, with Pure Terror. I really, really wish I can remember. I thought I was harsh and did like a 5.5. Like I, yeah. And the only thing that
I don't
brought that
think so.
up,
I think you went in the 6.5 area.
only because of how shitty Creamy Acres was.
Creamy Acres, I think you gave a 5.5
Right.
or a 5.
Yeah,
And you definitely gave Pure Terror a higher mark.
Higher
than
mark
Creamy
than Creamy
Acres.
Acres.
You could always watch the fucking videos, you slacker.
That's true too. Hey, you know what?
I'm going to start writing this shit down so we actually have it.
I cannot, in my right mind, go above a 7.5 because of the experience was so tainted. And as we were leaving, the third person that was in our group that we've been talking this up to for so friggin' long was so underwhelmed, like so underwhelmed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, completely underwhelmed.
And the only reason I'm
you've been talking this shit up for a year, and
Yeah.
this is what it was, and then you know we did what we did. Well, what did you think of the sets? Well, they were absolutely good. How about the costumes? Beautiful. How about the actors? Well, they're great. But the experience ruined it so much
Yeah.
that all of that was just lost
Right.
until we had to stop and go, well, why don't you look at all the other stuff?
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure they agreed with you. Like they would have put it at 7.5. I'm the same thing, man. I'm you know it fucking hurts my heart to say it.
The only reason I can't, in my right mind, give it a 7 is because of how incredible everything else is.
Mm-hmm.
But the experience blew monkey nuts last night.
I'm gonna say 7.5, soft 8, because the experience was just so bad, but everything else was just so good. But again, man, the experience can really ruin it. And the thing is, we expect to potentially hit other people at some point, and for other people to potentially hit us at some point. When they don't, it's just brilliant.
Right.
But this was them
Intentionally.
right. They just pushed everyone through in a line. The building wasn't on fire. There wasn't a torrential downpour. There was no hurricane warning.
It was a schoolhouse, but there was no fire drill.
Right. So they just and that really just ruined the experience. So T's got a 7.5. I've got a 7.5, soft 8, and that's the best we can do for Dent Schoolhouse this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will give it another shot.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fucking great place.
Yep.
Hoping to make it there for their Christmas haunt, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 1 week,
Right.
and it's far away.
Yeah.
So
In a galaxy far, far away.
all right, motherfuckers. Until next time, and
See?
see you.